You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
The Flash. Hello everyone, the new LEGO Fan 14 here with a brand new movie review. It's been a while since I've done one of these, with the last one being a complete failure, being the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning video, but I figured I still wanted to talk about The Flash, so here we are. And, oh man, has it been a disaster for Warner Bros. And DC. From the disastrous production of multiple directors, the whole Ezra Miller situation with all of the actors' crimes, that out of nowhere, people started to say with the test screenings that somehow The Flash was like the best thing DC has done. One of the best superhero movies. Tom Cruise saying it's one of the best superhero movies ever made. That it was being compared to the Dark Knight trilogy. And like, it can't be that good. Like, I can't really think people can really say that The Flash can be as good as the Dark Knight trilogy. And after I finally watched it, I had some mixed things to say about the movie, because here's the thing. I think it's the best thing DC has done in a while, okay? I know that's going to be a controversial thing to say. A lot of people think the movie's utter garbage, but to me, it's been the best DC movie in a while. But at the same time, I mean from 2019 to now, like, it's the only DC movie I've seen in theaters ever since 2000... What was it? I don't even remember. Like, I can tell you when was the last time I saw a Marvel movie, but I kind of forgot. Like, it's been years since I've seen a DC movie. I sadly missed out on the Batman. I never got around to watching that movie, but I definitely want to watch it. But apart from that, I can't really remember any specific occasion recently I want to watch a DC movie. Like, that's just how bad things have been for DC. And here's the thing. I liked The Flash, okay? That's going to be a bold thing to say, but I actually enjoyed The Flash. I thought it was a very interesting experience, but it still showcases all of the issues of the DC Extended Universe. First off, it's a convoluted story. I can't believe that we got a Flash movie so long after we got two Suicide Squad movies, a Birds of Prey movie, a Shazam movie. How did we get two Suicide Squad movies before a Flash movie? And that's something else I've noticed with the DC Extended Universe, how disastrous of a production it's been from the start. Like, how on earth did they start a cinematic universe? First off, doing Superman, Man of Steel, which is a good step, but instead of giving Ben Affleck his own Batman movie, like we would expect, and actually, fun fact, Robert Pattinson's the Batman could have been Ben Affleck's own Batman. At the end, they did Batman vs. Superman, which also introduced Wonder Woman. So, okay, cramming two new characters, but here's the thing. A post-credit scene with Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg, boom, there you go, enough for your Justice League. Then we got to Wonder Woman, which was a pretty fantastic movie. It's one of my favorite DC movies so far, and people liked it. Then we got to Justice League, which was nothing short of a disaster. It did poorly at the box office. It was the beginning to the end of the DC Extended Universe. Then we got to Aquaman, which was very well received. It's the one I saw at home on TV, and I actually thought it was super awesome. But then when we get to Shazam and Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984, which I did a video on so long ago, but that video has since been taken down, so it was taken down in my original channel. And at first I liked that movie, but looking back, yeah, the original was much better. And now with the current state of the DC universe, where movies have been flop after flop after flop, sure, the pandemic had a lot to do with it, but the failure of Wonder Woman 1984, the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, Shazam! Fury of the Gods failure, Black Adam's colossal failure, not even The Rock could save that movie. Then we get to the Batman, who has been so far the only true success, and that movie's an Elseworld story. That's not even part of the main universe. Same thing with Joker. Those have been the only successful recent DC movies. And oh man, I think it's hilarious to look back on that. the World Needs Heroes 2022 video Warner Bros. Uploaded where they promised in the same year The Flash, The Batman, Black Adam, and Aquaman 2 The Lost Kingdom. And they only released The Batman, Black Adam. The Flash was moved to an entire year. We still don't even have a trailer for Aquaman 2. Like, I still can't believe we don't have a trailer for Aquaman 2. And it's supposed to come out this December. I honestly doubt it's going to happen this December. And it's really hard to talk about The Flash without talking about all the chaos and insanity that the DC Extended Universe truly is. And now, with the movie's colossal failure of costing over $300 to $350 million, and now being a colossal failure, $200 and something million, yeah, it's a colossal failure. But I just wanted to talk about the movie as an experience, and I thought it was fun. Again, I haven't seen a DC movie for a while, and I definitely went out with my expectations, not thinking it was going to be as fantastic as Dark Knight trilogy. And I think that was the right thing to do, because I'm pretty sure I would come out super disappointed if it wasn't a Christopher Nolan style movie. But here's the thing. As a Flash movie, it's not that great. It's pretty messy. It kind of feels like the movie wasn't sure what to do. And now that I know that it went to like 3 to 5 different directors, yeah, I can truly notice how jumbled the story is. I'm gonna talk some spoilers, which I'm pretty sure no one here will be worried about spoilers at this point, but of course, at first I thought it was an interesting story. It was an interesting idea for the Flash to go back in time to save his mother who was killed, and his father is now in jail. But because of messing with time, he ends up at the past in a reality where General Zod basically does the climax for the Man of Steel movie. So apparently Flash existed during Man of Steel. And so Flash, with the young Flash, his version just the day he got his powers, they had to team up to find the only superhero in this universe, because apparently metahumans don't exist in this universe. There's only one hero they can rely on, which is Michael Keaton Batman from the '89 movie. And they also have to get Superman, and they end up finding Superman's cousin, Kara, aka Supergirl, and Supergirl will help the two Flashes and Michael Keaton Batman to face General Zod. They go to the battle, which was personally my favorite part. Then they basically, Batman and Supergirl killed off. The two Flashes try to go back in time to save them. Apparently, there's no way to save them, and they have to redo everything again. They have to basically reset everything, go back and let Barry's mother die, and then our regular Flash comes back to the present. Things apparently are back to normal, except George Clooney's now Batman. Yeah, I just told you the whole Flash with that, and it's insane, okay? It's really bizarre. Like, I just told you the whole movie in a nutshell, and I still can't believe how crazy jumbled everything the Flash ended up being. Like, Wonder Woman was coherent in her own story. Aquaman was coherent in his own story. But how did the Flash get so convoluted? I get that they tried to adapt Flashpoint. They kind of give us the movie, to me, it kind of feels like the movie doesn't know what it wants to be. It wants to be a Flash story, but at the same time, it wants to go straight to Flashpoint. And I get the Flashpoint is a super important event in the comics, but how do you really do the Flashpoint without the Reverse Flash? Or here with Michael Keaton's Batman, the movie out of nowhere started to become a Batman movie. And sure, I think it was super awesome to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. And I'm pretty sure Warner Bros. Tried to do the Spider-Man No Way Home thing again of past actors, who've been before a certain character now meeting the current version of the character. But if they wanted to do the whole nostalgia thing, I think it would have been better to get Kristen Bale, the Dark Knight Batman, and it's been mentioned that they did try, but Kristen Bale would only agree to do it if Christopher Nolan directed the movie. Of course, Warner Bros. Did not want The Flash to be directed by Christopher Nolan, so that's why, it became a huge mess at the end. But apart from that, I enjoyed it, okay? I thought it was super cool, but I have to be honest, it's probably the strangest movie I've seen so far. It doesn't really know what it wants to be specifically. And I think that as a Flash story, I don't know, but as a Batman and Supergirl story, they were my favorite characters, okay? Michael Keaton's Batman and Sasha Calle's Supergirl were my favorite characters in the movie, and they're killed off twice, and we don't even know they're still around. Like, Sasha Calle practically marketed The Flash because of the whole Ezra Miller situation, and that Ezra Miller couldn't do the marketing. And the fact that she and Michael Keaton basically lifted the movie, basically carried the movie on their own, and it's still called The Flash. I still thought it was super ironic how almost all the marketing went to Batman, to the Batcave, to the Batmobile, to the Batwing, and it's meant to be a Flash movie. Like, imagine if Spider-Man No Way Home was the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie instead of Homecoming. It's insane. And overall, I can't really give a specific rating for The Flash. I'm no longer going to be doing specific ratings. I just wanted to talk about the movie. Overall, it was a very interesting event to happen, and it always feels like DC's trying to make massive events. Like, instead of doing the Marvel MCU route of first do your Avengers movie, then many years later do your Infinity War, they're like, let's do one or two separate movies, and then let's go straight to Justice League. Like, that's kind of where the DC Extended Universe was doomed. And now we know that James Gunn is directing this new universe, and I'm very excited for it. James Gunn is one of my favorite directors. I love his work on Guardians of the Galaxy. But we'll just have to wait and see how things end up. And with the current writer's strike, yeah, DC is truly in a disaster. And now with Blue Beetle's release, I still haven't seen Blue Beetle. I really want to watch it, and I'll do a video on Blue Beetle hopefully sooner than the Flash video. And overall, DC is a huge mess right now, so we still just have to see how much money Blue Beetle can make, what it's going to have to Aquaman to the Lost Kingdom, and just wait for this universe to be rebooted. But, oh man, that was super tiring. That's it for The Flash. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about The Flash. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.